see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sex.
A big secret has finally begun to emerge from behind closed doors at the MISANO circuit. Toprak Razgatlioglu's name is once again in the spotlight, not because of an official race, but because of the results of a private test that had been closely guarded. But now, some data has leaked to the public, and what's been revealed is enough to alarm a manufacturer as big as Ducati. In the closed-door test session, Toprak was spotted testing a very different motorcycle configuration than usual, an 850 cubic centimeters engine paired with Pirelli tires. This combination wasn't just an ordinary experiment. It was a simulation of the future direction of the regulations, and from what was seen on the track, Toprak appeared to be a step ahead of his rivals. According to sources within the team, Toprak's lap times were at a surprising level. In fact, some laps were said to be close to the current Premier Class qualifying times. What makes the situation even more interesting is how Toprak's signature aggressive riding style was even more effective with the livelier Pirelli tires on the front. This gave him extra confidence when braking hard, a key weapon that has long been his trademark. Analysts are starting to notice one crucial thing: adaptation. Many riders predicted a struggle if 850 cubic centimeters engines and Pirelli tires became the standard in the future. But Toprak seemed comfortable. The transition from superbike to this lighter yet still powerful engine was not only smooth, it also resulted in consistent performance. On the other hand, the Ducati team, which had been dominating the sport so far, was starting to show signs of concern. The Desmercedesci bike was known for its strong acceleration and stability, but the change in tire characteristics could change that balance. If extreme braking and front-end control were key, Ducati's advantage could be eroded, and that would open up a huge opportunity for riders like Toprak. Furthermore, leaked telemetry data revealed something deeper: efficiency. Toprak was not only fast over a single lap, but also able to maintain a rhythm throughout long-run simulations. This was a serious indicator that this performance was no fluke. This consistency is often the difference between being merely fast and being a championship contender. Interestingly, some paddock engineers have described Toprak's riding style as made for the future of MotoGP. The ability to control slides, late braking, and aggressive changes of direction now combine with a more responsive motorcycle package. This combination creates a very dangerous rider profile if the regulations are truly changed. But of course, many questions remain unanswered. Can this performance be replicated in real-life racing conditions? How will other teams respond to this data? And most importantly, will Ducati respond with major developments? Here's the full story. The big secret that had been hidden behind the closed walls of the MISANO paddock has finally begun to emerge, and the impact has immediately shaken the power map of world motorcycle racing. Toprak Razgatlioglu's name has once again emerged at the center of the hottest speculation, after leaked private test data revealed something unusual, something enough to even make Ducati Corse begin to reassess their dominance. The test, which took place in secret, initially attracted little public attention. There was no live broadcast, no major media coverage, and even most of the other team crews didn't have full access to what was actually being tested. But as is often the case in racing, no secret can ever be completely hidden. Little by little, pieces of information began to emerge, and when put together, the picture became very clear. This was no ordinary test. Toprak was known to be testing a motorcycle configuration with an 850 cubic centimeters engine, a direction long discussed as the future of the regulations. This engine has a different character than the current 1000 cubic centimeters. Lighter, more responsive, but demanding a more precise riding style. What made this experiment even more interesting was the use of Pirelli tires, which have very different characteristics than those typically used by tire suppliers at the highest level. This is where the story begins to take a truly serious turn. In the first few sessions, Toprak reportedly immediately found a strong feeling with the front of the bike, something that often presents the biggest challenge for other riders adapting to new tires. The grip provided by Pirelli, especially during braking, opened up new possibilities for Toprak's signature riding style, which relies heavily on extreme late braking. While this style was already a deadly weapon before, with this new combination, the effect became even more brutal. Sources close to the team reported that in the second and third runs, Toprak began posting times that were not just fast, but consistent. Some laps were even close to, or in some simulations matched, the qualifying times of the old spec bike. This is a crucial indicator. In racing, a single fast lap can be a fluke, but consistency is the ultimate test of performance. Even more surprising, leaked telemetry data showed that Toprak's superiority didn't come from just one area. He's fast on the brakes, stable mid-corner, and remains competitive on corner exit. This means his bike, tire, and riding style package truly work in harmony, something that's rare in the early stages of development. Analysts are beginning to see this as a potential turning point. For the past few seasons, Ducati has been known as a dominant force with a perfectly balanced bike package, strong on acceleration, stable in fast corners, and efficient in tire management. But a switch to Pirelli tires could change that entire dynamic. The softer front tire allows riders to take greater risks on corner entry, and this is where Toprak is on a different level. His aggressive riding style, often considered beyond the pale by some observers, is a major asset in this scenario. He's not only able to control the bike in extreme conditions, but also maximizes the tire's potential in a way that other riders can't easily replicate. The reaction from the paddock is already palpable. Several engineers from rival teams are reportedly beginning to conduct in-depth analysis of possible setup changes if the regulations do shift in this direction. There are concerns that the technical superiority held by certain teams could become irrelevant in a short time. And in such a situation, a rider with high adaptability like Toprak would have a significant advantage. But the story doesn't end there. In long-run simulations, often the true deciders in races, Toprak demonstrated something even more worrying for his rivals: steady tire degradation. This means he wasn't just fast at the start, but also able to maintain his performance until the end of the run. This is a very dangerous combination. Because if a rider can be both fast and consistent, he's not just a competitor, he's a real threat to anyone's dominance. Some have even begun to call what happened at MISANO a preview of the future of MotoGP. An era where the balance between engine, tires, and riding style becomes far more crucial than mere engine power. And amidst all this, one name continues to emerge as the center of all these possibilities: Toprak Razgatlioglu. Of course, many factors remain uncertain. Track conditions during the test, temperature, tire compound from the equipment used to the fuel load, all of these could have affected the results. But even considering all these variables, one thing remains undeniable: Toprak's performance was at an unusual level for an early test session. The big questions now begin to emerge. Was this just a good day for Toprak? Or is it truly an indication that he has discovered something that other riders haven't? How